Okie do my thing. I'm gonna go to non-standard. So I keep my characters. And I'm gonna find... There we go. I'm importing a 3D model. Avatar. I'm gonna do... auto humanoid height. She might be small, but... that's fine. I have to figure out how to make her 6'6" though. I need like a Resonite measuring tape sort of deal. Oh wow! Her textures are loading still. And yes, I do have a fake pair of legs. Those get deleted later. And her face is loading. I have so many materials I have to set up. So... and I want them to all be cartoon. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna... her hair hasn't loaded in yet. Oh, there we go. Yay! I did a little custom texture on the back there. Anyways, I'm gonna get a little measuring tape thingy. And now we're back. And this is the ruler I just made. Well, I just imported. You can see where I am on the scale. Let's see. I'll bring this a bit. Oh, yeah. Get me. It says I am. Huh. And it turns out I'm actually. My avatar's taller than. No, that's the middle ring. I need to bring that down some more. I was measuring wrong. Let's see. Oops, that's not right. Undo grab. It has to. So if I'm down here at my relaxed height, I would stand up straight. 4'11". Weird. You know, my avatar is supposed to be 4'7", so I got something wrong here. Yeah. If I sit up all the way straight. A few inches. Well, if I put it down to where I want it to be, it would make it exactly. That would be funny. There. I just need to be like half a head shorter. But I can fix that. Watch me. Ah, the inspector. Now, let's go into here. Default users. I'm going to say 0.8. And maybe that'll make me this height. First, I'm going to get out of this avatar and then go back in. So, we spawn another, this one. Yeah, heights are weird. There it is. And get back into this one and see how much shorter I made it. Okay. That didn't work. It's way too big still. Let's see, 0.77. That might be, I don't know, let's see, that might be too small. Let's see if that worked. That's actually still too tall. Are you serious now? So weird. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe I'll spawn a different avatar. Alright. Get into this one, and then get back into this one. Let's see if I'm now... Now, might be a bit too short. Hee hee. Actually, if I stand up straight... No, I'm not next to it yet. Okay. That's pretty much about right. Have to be actually next to the measurer. Yeah, I think I did it this time. So now I'm actually the height I want to be. Let me save a little thumbnail of this avatar before I get anything else done. Resave this one. And save. This will be my new favorite. So it's the smaller one. And do stuff like falling down. Anyways, now this is the small one. But now I want to get 6'6" tall. Oh man, what if it was exact? It'd be so funny. Now I know how short. That's kind of like my brother's height. Now I know how it feels to be short. But that's how tall Ashley's gonna be at her head. So, man, did I even color the skin? She's so white. I might tint it a bit. She's just like the palest character I've ever made. I'll make it like her feet color. Wonder if I can just do that. Add a little tint. Anyways. Here comes the fun part. Setting up the avatar. Let me split this into parts here. Alright, fun part time. Wait, am I on? Oh yeah, I'm not recording. Okay, let's see. There we go. I think I'm going to use materials set up before I set up the avatar. Actually, no, I should probably set the avatar up first. Avatar creator. I need to show the tool anchors. All this other stuff is okay to be turned off. But first, I might shrink this a bit. Now it's too small. Alright. Might just be her head is too flat. Okay, let's see. Need to align it a bit. There we go. You gotta make it look like she's wearing the headset. It's at an angle, but I can fix that. That should be good now. Yeah, and now I'm going to put on the hands. And of course I dropped something. Hang on. What did I drop? No clue. Oh. I found it! That's the problem with being in VR. You can't see if you've... Oh, it fell again. You've knocked something over. Raw footage. That'll be fun to have. So my left controller battery's dying again. But it's okay because I'm right-handed. I'll be able to fix this up soon. No, it's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. I might need to change my scale up a bit. Giant now. Now I have to do the grab sphere, which would go in the palm of the hand. Like this. And then the laser, I like to make it come off the index finger. Like that. Like this. And make sure it's the same for the left hand. And I'm going to reset my scale. And I'm going to make it. I like the protect avatar feature. So let's see, create. You'll see that these guys, she's got fake legs, but you know. See, I'm going to start with moving her down until she's on the floor. And then I'm going to start with the basic settings. Make sure I'm still recording. Idiot check. Okay, cool. That means I'm still recording. Now, I've got this thing selected. Open the inspector. I should probably like wear the avatar first just so I can get a figure on how tall she's gonna be. Reset the scale. Okay, so she's pretty much going to be as tall as she's gonna be. Neat. Didn't know I was 6 feet in seated mode. Hilarious. Just need to go a little bit taller. So anyways, I'm gonna start with the materials, I guess. I'll have to make every single one of them individually. Because it's not tuned. No! I found a bad thing! Oh no! I'm gonna have to make that double-sided. Oof. The normals are inverted. I hate it when that happens. Good thing it's different. These straps. I should rename it to bags. Because it's called straps right now. Now, I'm gonna make it double-sided. There. Now that's better. Because I did not like that it was inside out like that. Okay. Now we can do materials. I'm gonna start with the body. There are way too many materials on that. Oh my goodness. Why do I have so many materials? I mean, I don't have to make the claws different. Anyways. I want the tune material because I'm going to make her match my other style. I'm going to take this one out. And take the texture here. Blend mode, cut out. Normal map. Now this is what the tune material looks like. And we're going to make it I wonder if I can do the on maps intensity. No. Rim color. Like that. Super sharp. Smooth rim. Now this is the rim is the lightness basically. Now we are going to do the outline of that's too small. I'm going to do 0.05 as an outline. I might be able to see it better like that. Or maybe I just want to be able to see the outline because I can't see right now. And the shadow rim. I'm going to make that not white. I'm going to make it right. That looks to be a good tube material. But if I go back, nice. Wish I could make like a duplicate of this material and somehow have it not be the same thing. But this material can be now the body. Looks pretty. And there's an outline. Nice. There's this shady tomb shade. So, I'm gonna make like a new instance of this material somehow. Just to copy it around. Though, I can take the floofies and do the same exact thing. I think it would just be the same thing. Let's see. But it has to be dual-sided. And take the outline's gonna be double-sided on that thing. I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to do that. No culling! Yay! Yeah, that works. No culling. Now it looks like the fluff is on both sides. I have to do the underside of the tail, so take this guy and do that, and I'm gonna take the texture out for, hang on, I don't want to replace everything, so I have to duplicate this somehow. Oh. There. Now, this one is, what if I named it something else? I'm gonna rename it to like a number 2 or something. And then I'm gonna take the texture out of this and hope it works. They're different now, right? No, they're the same. Why did that happen? I want it to be see. I'm just learning as I go. And that worked. Okay. This is 2. Do fluffy under. 2. Okay. Now it should show me the underside of the tail having a tuned material. I could do with thickening the outline a little bit. I like big outline. 1, 2. I know, I can just duplicate things now. Make it twice as thick. 1. Pretty. Okay, so I can duplicate things. Awesome. Now, I gotta close these out, I guess. So there's a lot of stuff. These are the original materials. And then I gotta go skin claws. Skin. This is the original. I'm gonna make a new tune. Might copy the parameters of the shading on it. So maybe I should just keep on duplicating. I don't want everything to look different, so let's do that. Duplicate. And it's called material orb. Oh, I see. Deselect. Inspect. This is the need to duplicate it. Just learning as I go. Okay, this is the 3 material. Now, it's the skin material. I'm going to edit it. Hopefully this works. I need it to be glossy a little. Don't change anything here. I want that. Oh, it's not changing anything here on this orb. I see. I'll have to apply it onto the character first. And then I'll be able to change things. Because there's no orb on it. Alright, let's see. That's way too much. Let's see, normal scale. We want those nice big scoops. And the metallic should be down here. Glossy. There. Undo grab. Undo grab. Now, I want to accidentally grab my character. The shading parameters are the same. Or I could change the shade color a bit. Gee, I have a message. Okay. Nice. Nice. Now I'm going to do the claws. I think the claws can just be a regular PBS metallic. Because I don't care about the outline on them. Fully one. Alright, clean up here. Should probably save after finishing this body. Alright, and arm feathers. I called them Robert, yes. Fake legs Robert. It's kind of funny. Okay, that should save. Alright. I got the first iteration here. I'm gonna remove the fake legs after a while. So these arm feathers. I really want to copy the material parameters of this. But not that, like one. Okay. So I'm gonna go number 2. Make sure that's not gold.fbx assets. I should keep doing that. I feel like this works. As long as it saves. So now this is 4-2, which will be taking the arm feathers texture and the arm feathers normal wrap. No metallic, no glossy. Shadow rim will be orange. And I'll drag that into here. That's good. Now I have to get the texture and make a new one. So this will be 5. I really hope this works. I'm gonna get the undersides texture and make that the undersides. It worked! Come on, let's get this out of the way. Alright, now I'm gonna stop recording here and I'm not gonna do all the materials at the same time in the video. There we go. And now we're gonna set up the rest of it. So first, we've done all the material stuff. Next, I need to do the basic little systems. So I'm going to add a child under the root. Systems. Just looking at the face for a bit. It's kind of hard to make a character in Vroid that looks older. She's supposed to be like 32, but she doesn't look 32. Interesting. Anyways, back on the normal topic here. I'm going to make another child that's just gonna hold all the basic stuff. I'm gonna call it basic. And then I'm going to add a component. Default user scale. Now she's not quite 6'6", but she's almost there. I'm gonna do like a 1.08 and see if that works. Alright. No, she's floating. I'm wondering, is it because I'm crunching down? Looking down makes me go up. Yeah. What if I look up? Look forward. She's... okay. She's already pretty tall, but the problem is the legs are stretching out a lot, which is making the illusion that she's taller. So if I do that, she's already very tall. Okay. I just gotta make the legs. And that is why I wanted to do 1.08, because her legs are always bent. See, that's why. That is why. The legs should always be bent. Now she's as tall as she needs to be. When the legs are on the ground. Now, anyways. Going to start now with the panner. Transform. Panner 1D. This is for, like, how she's gonna look when she's breathing, which is on the Ostroraptor part of the body, because in my world tars only have one set of organs and they're all toward the center of mass. Now she's breathing, which is good. Now I need to get rid of fake legs Robert. Just delete. There we go. Now she doesn't have any fake legs anymore. Now we're going to set up the real legs. So I have to go into the armature again. Armature. LT1. I named them all so they wouldn't get recognized by the IK. 2, 3, 4. And then here's the hips. The left hip, the right hip. And then I'm going to move out LT4, which is lower torso 4, for anybody who wants to know the name of that. And I'm going to do a little idiot check. And I'm recording. Good. So yes, lower torso 4. That's where the hips come from. Anyways, now I'm going to scroll to the actual hips. And I'm going to find the leg. Upper left leg. There. And then I'm going to find the upper left leg here. And I'm going to attach a component. Transform. Drivers. Copy global transform. Get rid of position. And add the source to be this guy. Now, her leg should be out like that. Correct. I've got to do the lower leg. Now they might scrunch, so if they scrunch, I'm going to end up doing some offset stuff. So this is the left knee. Get rid of the position. Go into left lower leg. That's looking better. Now I have to go into the left ankle. And I'm going to make the source the hip. Now it looks like she's scrunched. So, it's not good. The foot. Pushing. Foot. It's planted now, but it's not down. So if I move her. I might have to do some offsetting. For that, I need to go here and make children of this. So I'm going to say rotation offset, and I'll make this the source for the there. Now what you'll see is that I can change the rotation of this rotation offset to change the rotation of this. So rotate the, reselect it, and rotate this. Now I'll rotate this red line. We'll see, she'll be able to stand on the floor now. Now I have to do the same with the lower leg. Because the lower leg is going in the ground a bit. So I'm going to make a rotation offset for the lower leg. Child. And if I want to be really fancy, I can do everything with toes too. But I'd have to make rotation offsets for all the toes except for the middle one. But it would be pretty neat. Me. Now. Take this one. Now I'm going to make it go back a little bit. So now her foot is on the ground all the time. That looks a little weird, but she's never going to be standing like that, so when she's at about 6 feet tall, she's in her neutral position. Gotcha. Now, let's do the toes. Left or the toe. That is the dew claw. We don't want to do anything with the dew claws. Middle, outer, inner. Middle. We want... Okay. Toe base. Let's see what happens now. It's upside down. That's not good. So we're going to need to make a rotation offset for the toe as well. And for this, I will rotate it 100 and... Oh gosh. That's weird. 180 degrees this way. So it's on the ground. Then I'll make another of these, like duplicate these. And then I'm going to say I for inner and O for outer. This is the outer. Position no. I. No. I. Now they should be looking the same as the other toes, which is why I made more rotation offsets. Because I want them to copy. I don't want them to copy them. I want them to be their own thing. So new translate. Like I want that toe to be back up again. Undo the rotate on that. Let's see if that works. Might be a bit too far out, I think. A bit too stretched out. And then I'm going to do the O, which will be, it keeps jumping. That. I can add dynamic bones to the toes if I wanted. That'd be pretty dang neat. There we go. Now this foot is good. Now it looks like a raptor foot again. And this leg is done. And I can see she's going this way. There. Now I'm going to copy the other leg and make sure all the offsets are the same. Right hip. Let's get rid of the visual on this. Right child. I like naming them properly. And then I'm going to change that. And I'll rotate them later. Just so they'll do it at the same time. The right knee. And the right ankle. The right foot. think I needed an offset for the foot. Let's see. It didn't. Right foot. Now, middle toe. And then I'm gonna go to toe base and make 3 children. And this one's eye. And then after that, I'll save it again. Because I don't want to crash. Now, let's see. The middle toe was this one. Outer. Inner. Now rotate all of them, starting with the upper leg. It looks weird right now. Only use the red. And then I'll do the lower leg. This one. Make it go backwards as well. And then I'll make the toe. The inner toe, which will look like the raptor claw. And then the outer toe, which is upside down as well, so I need to turn it over and out. And a bit down as well. Yeah, that looks good. And I'll save it here. Because now she can do all her leggy things. I love that pose too. It's fun. There we go. Now, gonna do dynamic bones, but first, gotta save the avatar. Which Should be in my inventory. I don't need this version anymore. Now I'm on to part 3, where I do the bones. Oh, and I also need to do the Visine stuff too. Don't let me get. And I think I'm going to do the Visine stuff now because it's really easy. Just be under the head proxy here. But I like to make them talk like anime characters, so I have to make the smoothness of the Visines down all the way. So that, yeah, like this. Like 0.03. And I'm gonna go the face, because there is a Visine that isn't being used right now, and that's the eye. See? And for some reason, Joy Right is being used, but we don't know why. So what we want, I have to remember where that is. Thought it would be under head proxy, but I forgot. It's just target, which we don't need. Thinking it might be under her main thing. Which is under the VRIK. Don't mess with any of this. Bones. Mesh render. Protection. No, it wasn't there. I can't remember where the stuff is. Oh, here. It's under her actual face. Okay. I is for I. We don't need right joy for the A-E-I-O-U. Okay. And now she won't have a weird twitch when she talks either. Gonna check on the eye manager just to make sure there's nothing weird with it. But she doesn't have any features that require the eye manager, like fluffing up or anything. Or any of that stuff that I usually do, which is like making ears move with the eyes and stuff. She doesn't have any of that. So I'm just checking to see if it's all good. And it's bone eyes, so open, close, target, left, target, right. All looks good here. Now I'm gonna dynamic bones everything. I'll start with the tail and the toes. So, alright, let's do the tail. Gonna make a parent for it. That's a wiggle. Wiggle. Okay. Attach component. Transform drivers. Wiggler. And that's gonna make her tail move around. So what we want, I think we want it to go Z or yeah. Z. Okay. And a magnitude of 21. I don't know. Alright, so it's the Y. We don't want a magnitude of 90 for sure. I was just testing. I'll do 23. And a slower, like maybe a 0.4 speed. Now her tail should wag. A little bit. Like, she's a little energetic, so... It's nice. Now, underneath the tail, we want to add the dynamic bones. And I want the bone radius to be bigger already. And I want to make it so people can grab her tail. Let's see. It's not enabled. For some reason it likes to do that. And the bone radius is a little too small still. That's good. So now I can actually like grab the tail and do stuff with it. And it's way too wiggly, so I'm gonna make it very stiff, damping. Do a little test grab. That's way better. It might be a little bit too stiff. Let's bring that down a notch. Because I do want it to be stiff, but not too stiff. Like, that's perfect. Right there. That's good. Now I just need to unvisualize the bones. And I'll do the same for her toes, her arms, her body, her chest, her hair. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna do that. Foot. Might need to make a parent for each of these to do dynamic bones with, or I go into the child. Let's see. Or I go into the foot and exclude the foot bone. Yeah, that works. No, I'd have to, because it's got a copy global on it as well, I'll have to do this. Chain. Put the middle outer inner in chain. say toes. Now I'll do this. Physics. Stiff, elastic, and damp. But more elastic. And I'll make them not grabbable. I'm going to make the bone radius is fine. Set up children. And get rid of the one that says toes. Now it should be that her toes wiggle, but they're way too wiggly. Because I want them to be like real toes. Make them really stiff. Just slight movement. Perfect. I'm gonna have to copy these settings to the other one. Because I know when she's walking, the toes are gonna make movements like this. So let's do that. Hip. Foot. Whoops. I'm gonna do this. Also call it toes. Middle, outer, inner. Attach a component. Physics. Bones. And copy all of these. Camping. Elasticity. And stiffness. No grab. And nothing on the base. And now all the toes should be wiggling. There we go. Now I'll do the arms. Maybe I should save this first. Because I know I'm gonna be needing to save progress a lot if my headset's dying. Now this is good. I'm going to make the body also dynamic. I'll have to go on to LT1. But I'm only going to add specific bones to the chain. So, component. There. Stiff, damp, elastic. That's different this time. Not grabbable. And add instead of set up from children. Add, 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 add. So the bone here would be this one. LT2. LT3. LT4. And then I'll just say set it from slot, set it from slot, set it from slot, set it from slot. And that wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. Why did it do that? I don't know. This is why you save stuff. Didn't set up the originals. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna have to restart that. Good thing I saved. The body is gonna be tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need to set the originals. So, component 6 dynamic bones. Chain. Tab. To make the bone radius visualize bones. The originals. Now let's see. LT1. Oh. That's why it was doing it like that. Setting up from bones is bad. Okay. Don't do add anymore. I'll just do setup from children and remove all the children. Okay. That was why. Now I'll figure it out. Now we gotta do... I think we gotta do originals before adding the bone. Yeah. Visualize bones. Setup from... I'm gonna do setup from children and just remove everything that I can. Like the arms. And enable it first. So I can see how big the collider is. Yeah. That's perfect. But first, undo visualize bones. I need to get rid of P2, LP2, LP4. Only these. So arms. Three, 44 bones. Okay, now we've got only the body. That was much better. Now I'm gonna like reduce some things in it just to make the body a bit more reactive. I like that. Whee! 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 I actually like the settings there. Okay. Ooh, she's flexible. Yay. And I'm going to add the arms, the chest, and the hair. Okay. So, arm. Lower upper shoulder. And it's going to be, the base bone radius is twice as big. I think damping should be down a bit. And I'm gonna make grabbable so we can shake hands. Children. Shaking hands, shaking hands. Let's enable it. Okay. Visualize. Let's see. Now, nice to meet you. What if I can? Let's see. Grab the hand part. I like. Let's see. It's a little floppy. Little on the floppy side for the fingers. Wondering. The hand looks a little detached. I might have to remove them from the list. I think it was LHL. Yeah. LH.L. Here. You know, maybe. Oh, now it's even worse. I'll get rid of the fingers as well. Index and middle. Keep the wings. Let's hope that works now. It's a little too stiff. Wondering if I set it up. And I have to enable it again. Just doesn't look attached. Which is really weird. It's probably for the best. Keep the elasticity up or something. Or down. Floppy, floppy, floppy arm. Stiffy arm. That looks better. So now I gotta do this one. copy all these together. Damping. So damping 35, please. Elasticity. Stiffness. And then 0.04. And rubbing. There will be the same. Allow steel. So now the arms are flopped. I wonder if there's some kind of way to make it so that I can have a little bit of movement in the arms, like in the way that these ones work. Maybe with a little delay. I'm not sure, because I want to be able to use those long arms. Just not have them rotate the same way as the humanoid arms, because, you know, not pronated wrists and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm going to add the humanoid parts now. The dynamic bones up on the humanoid part. And then I'll be done. So now, hips, spine, chest, upper chest, bust. Okay. Start here. Going to start with elasticity up. I'm turning slipping on. Now we have to make sure it actually moves properly. Because that looks way too stiff now. Or it's because it's not enabled. Oh, it is enabled. Damping. It might be the damping. The elasticity's too high. We only want it to be up a little higher than the stiffness, I think. Well, she's pretty. She's a pretty flat-ish. So I'm wondering if I even need to add enough of this. Because considering... Yeah, she's pretty flat. I think that'll work though. So now I have to copy this into the right. I normally don't copy the entire component because it disables the other one, so... Equal 25. And this. And then 0.3. And we have the base bone radius of 7. And set up children. We don't have anything visualized here. They have their own individual center points. Now we have to do the hair. Which, what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what hair is in the ponytail and what hair is on the head. And I'll separate them into 2 parts. And then we can be done. But first, I'm going to save. Always remember to save. Which hair is this? Front, 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 back. Okay, this is the only back hair. Number 8. So I will add that. So it's not really stiff, not really elastic. I'll add some damping to it. And I'm gonna make it grab her hair. I'm slipping. Set it up. Children. I think maybe damping down. Damping up. Damping down. Stiffness. Hair physics is tricky, because I want to make it look good. Damping down. I think they'd all have to be the same. Alright. That looks good. Now I'll have to do the same for her other hair. Which are going through 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start like at the 3, the center part. I'm going to make a parent here. Front. And I'm going to make every other hair except for 8 go into the front. Then I'm going to add another dynamic bone chain, which will copy from the ponytail. That's component physics bones chain. And then I'm going to remove this root from the bone list. And I'm also going to make it so that the front of the hair is not wrapped. That way it doesn't look super weird. And children, get rid of front. That way it doesn't, there we go. And now it's really soft looking, I guess. And I kind of don't want that, so I'm going to turn the damping up, I guess. And the elasticity and stiffness. Because it's like really soft. The ponytail looks nice and soft. So, when I've done that, I think I've just finished. I'm going to get into a nice little pose. And first, I'm going to check out the, oh boy. I'm floating, aren't I? And my arm is weird. I don't know what happened to that. My left arm. Okay, I'll fix that too. But first, I'll have to figure out what happened to the left arm. And the legs are backwards. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I'll fix it. Hang on a second. I'm stopping my recording.